Let me bring in Kyle Hanslovan because he is the right guy to talk to. He is the CEO and co-founder of a company, cybersecurity company called Huntress. And Kyle, you are former Air Force. You were with the National Security Agency outside the Washington, D.C. area where I am right now. And you've been working this problem throughout the course of the weekend. Tell me where we are right now. And tell me, first of all, big picture, is this now, as some people have been saying, the largest ransomware attack ever? Can you say that for sure?
Yeah, simply put, this is by far the largest ransomware incident. We would guess 1,500, maybe up to 2,000 companies affected. With that said, where we're past the detection phase into the recovery phase for a lot of these businesses. But to be honest, most of the industry who uses this software is still waiting for a patch.
So tell me what that looks like in terms of the way the weekend broke down. First of all, we know that hackers love these holiday weekends because they think that everybody's going to be at the beach and the defenders are going to have their guard down. What did it look like through the course of the weekend, and where are we right now in terms of remediation?
So it began, I'm Eastern time zone, so about 12:30 Eastern time zone, everybody was awakened to a synchronized attack. What that means is they target managed service providers. And it's kind of a one-to-many attack that impacts many industries. So we've seen finance, we've seen healthcare, we've seen legal firms, but probably most scary is defense contractors and even federal entities.
And we saw that the White House has been informed of this. We know that a lot of the federal cybersecurity teams have been working this problem over the weekend. The big question that everybody's asking here in Washington is this company going to have to pay? And how much are they going to have to pay to get the decryptors? Do you think ultimately they are going to do that and negotiate that $70 million demand down and pay something to these guys? Or do you think there's a way to get out of this without paying the bad guys?
You were correct that cyber criminals can be negotiated with. I wouldn't surprise me if someone was to pay the ransom for it to be closer to the 40 to 50 million ballpark. With that said, I haven't seen anything that's suggesting that Kaseya will pay for the universal decryptor, meaning the one that decrypts both their customers and their customers' customers. Considering that or pulling that thread even further, a lot of people say don't pay the ransom, but I personally think that if my own family was kidnapped, you think about it a little bit different when it was your own. So I'm just as excited as you to see how this turns out.
Now, the hackers here said that they've infected about 1 million systems. That seems like, they're just bragging on the dark web. Is that true? Is there any number that you can put to that that's real?
You nailed it with bragging. My guess would be total number of companies. And from everything we've seen, the hackers don't have a feedback loop into just how many people were compromised. They might have known the VSA, the Kaseya customers, but I don't believe they have an insight into how many businesses. I would guess that number to be in the low thousands. I do not believe it's anywhere close to 1 million businesses.
Now, you're a technical and a security expert, so this question might be unfair to you, but I want to get a little bit political because I was in Geneva for the Biden-Putin summit, and one of the topics at the top of the agenda there was cybersecurity, and it seemed like there was some optimism coming out of Geneva that the Russians were going to tamp down on some of this. This group, this hacking group, REvil, is a Russian-linked entity. They do not seem to be stopping in the wake of Geneva. Was that summit ineffective in solving this problem?
So obviously a lot of people are coming out from the summit very positive, but this isn't the first time the Biden administration has discussed REvil or cybercrime in general. With that said, I'm pretty darn confident that these actors truly are in Russia or some of the post-Soviet Eastern Bloc countries that the Kremlin and Putin administration would have access. So I'm hoping to see some tampering down. With that said, REvil has previously put out a statement that said, regardless, even if there's laws put against them, this is just business for them and they're going to continue to operate.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.